What's going on, guys? This is Brazil here, back with another video, and today we are going to do our top 5 destinations for JJ Watt. He just got released today, and it's been a long time brewing. He's actually an interesting player to actually try to think about like where he could go, because there's multiple teams he could go to. Does he want to play for salary cap, which I doubt. He definitely wants to play on a contender, because I feel like he has like another 2 or 3 years in him. But let's go ahead, and I got some honorable mentions on there. So let's go ahead and just pop that up. We got the Baltimore Ravens. They could use an edge, especially if Matthew Judon or Yannick Ngakoue leave. They have the cap space, so they could definitely be a dark horse contender for them. I got Tampa Bay Bucks. I was looking at it. They have like 30 million in cap space, and that's definitely going to be gone if they resign Shaq Barrett and Levante David. But I don't know if they're bringing back Barrett. If he doesn't come back, J.J. Watt could definitely be a contender for that spot. Then we got the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are another. They're loaded in cap space. They're not really contenders, but this is if JJ Watt wants to play the Texans twice a year, really, which I don't think he wants to. But we'll see later on in the video. Like, there's a team with a perfect situation for him. But yeah, so Jacksonville probably not, but they're the team with the most cap space, so I went ahead and threw them on here anyways. Football team is really interesting because depending what they do with Ryan Kerrigan, if they bring him back or not, they kind of need a third edge. If they get that third edge in JJ Watt, that'd be insane. But yeah, I also put football team on here because they have a lot of cap space too, so they could definitely afford JJ Watt. And the last team I'm going to go ahead and put is the Browns as an honorable mention, just because they have a decent amount of cap space and they need someone to replace Olivier Vernon on the other side of Myles Garrett. But yeah, let's get right into it with number. Okay, this is 6. I forgot to change that. So we got the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins, they're a team with a lot of cap space, and they needed a solid edge. They are contenders. They were like 10-6 last year. They just barely missed the playoffs, and they could definitely make that push. And I feel like with an edge like JJ Watt, they could definitely make that push. Number 5, this is kind of a personal bias, but I put the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. He probably doesn't go here, but I was like, yeah, why not? They have some cap space depending on what they do with Dak. They could open up some space for JJ Watt too. Okay, I don't want to say they're contenders because obviously after last season they weren't. But yeah, they're a good team. JJ Watt could help solidify that run defense. Cowboys need him. That's why I put him here, because he's a really good fit. He's what the Cowboys need. But I don't know if it happens. I think the Cowboys should make a run on him. I just don't think they want to spend that money. Number 4, we got the Denver Broncos. Guys, hear me out here. Yes, Denver's not that tempting of an area, but they're a quarterback away from being at least competitors. Their secondary is kind of sus. And if they go Caleb Farley, bring back Justin Simmons, they let Boye walk, that could be a pretty nice defense. They just need to find their quarterback. And talking about quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson has been rumored to kind of want to go to Denver. If he does go to Denver, I could definitely see him and Watt reuniting in Denver. So it might seem like a weird destination right now, but if the cards fall right for Denver, this could be a hot destination for JJ Watt. Number 3, we have the Indianapolis Colts, and I just like this because, one, they're a really good team. Justin Houston's getting old, so they need to replace him soon. Yeah, Watt's old too, but like Houston's kind of falling off. Watt is like, okay, so Watt's numbers aren't up there, but his tackle for losses and pass deflections are still pretty good. He's not a bum. He's a good player still. He's not as good as like 2014, but I don't expect someone to be in their prime for that long, especially with the injuries JJ Watt has had. So yeah, Indianapolis Colts, I like that destination for him. They need a quarterback. But they definitely have the cap space to sign both J.J. Watt and a quarterback. And you can never have enough edges. And J.J. Watt, at this stage of his career, is going to go for a contender. The Colts are a contender. They were a decent... If they had a decent quarterback play at the end of the year, they probably would have made it. Phillip Rivers wasn't horrible, but he's Phillip Rivers at the end of the day. I wanted him to get a chip, but I don't think... He never would have gotten it. But yeah, so that's what I got for the Colts. Number 2, this might be a shocker too. Depending on how you feel about them. The New England Patriots. Yeah. They looking at it, they could definitely make a run for him. They had the cap space. Their defense was their front seven wasn't that good last year. Let's be honest. I was looking at their numbers. They only had like 15, 20 sacks. I don't know. I don't know the exact number, but I was looking at their team sacks. The top guy had like 5.5, and the next guy had like 3 or 4, then like 2.5, 2. They were pretty bad. But yeah, so JJ Watt could definitely make a big impact on that team. Their run defense was pretty sus too last year. They let Austin Eckler run pretty hard on them. But yeah, the Patriots could definitely use JJ Watt. And at this stage of his career, he's not an elite pass rusher anymore. He's still very damn good at it, and he's a really good run defender. Like, people don't look at run defense, but run defense, teams value run defense somewhat more than others, and this team right here value the ability to stop the run. If you take out the run, force them to pass, and the Patriots have a really damn good secondary. Depending on what they do with Stephon Gilmore, but they do have J.C. Jones, and their defense is really good. So let's go ahead and just go to number 1. This isn't too much shocking, but it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is where I feel like he's going to go just because his family is up here. He's got TJ and Derek playing up here. They're a contender. The only thing they don't really have is the cap space to bring him in. But what I've been hearing is not what I've been hearing, but if reading around, they're saying they're trying to restructure Ben's contract. If they do open up some cap space, go ahead and sign JJ Watt, because you might lose Bud Dupree. He might come cheaper depending on how his market is after that injury. But get JJ Watt. He would instantly make that defense. Okay, they're already probably the best defense in the league, and you're just building on top of that. Especially if Bud Dupree does leave, you could definitely throw in JJ Watt there. Watt's more of a 4-3 defensive end, but I feel like he'd still play some edge. He could slim down a little bit and become a pretty nice edge rusher. But yeah, you could always move him inside too. Cameron Hayward, you can't cut, but he's a good player, so you wouldn't want to cut him anyways. I didn't really see Tuitt's contract, but yeah, they're $17 million over the cap, but they could easily clear up a lot of salary. Big Ben's holding $41 million of that money, so if you get him to cut out $15-16 million, move a couple players, you could go and move in Watt, and then just get your quarterback of the future while you're at it. But yeah, JJ Watt, I feel like he would definitely take a discount too to play with his brothers. Go imagine the storyline, the Watt family winning a championship together. JJ Watt's been this historically great player. His little brother is over here trying to follow in his footsteps, and then Derek Watt's just a fullback. But yeah, that team, I like that defense if that happens. But yeah, sorry for no upload yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and just double upload today, make up for that. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'm out, guys. Peace.